Okay, I'm going to tell you guys a story. Imagine a boy growing up, trying to figure out his interests, what his likes are, what his tribe is, what his community is, what sparks his imagination. Now imagine this boy growing up wearing makeup all the time. I'm talking about Kiss makeup. Kiss, of course, is the seminal rock band that blew onto the scene in the 70s and 80s. They had 30 gold albums, more gold than any American band in history. More gold than any band. That was Kiss. And I used to run around my parents' house with face paint on, spitting blood, wagging my tongue out. My parents didn't like it so much, but that was me. And I carried that obsession into adulthood, where tomorrow night, in fact, I'm taking my two young sons to their first rock concert. Yeah, in full face paint to go see Kiss. They don't really even like Kiss, but they're gonna like it. So I told them there was fire and pyrotechnics, so they were into it. So that's what I'm doing tomorrow night. So I've kept this obsession alive since I was a kid about Kiss, and that's the power of Kiss. I was in the Kiss Army as a young boy when I was trying to find out who I was and I wanted a community. The Kiss Army was this accepting community. I mean, we were an army. That is how into Kiss we were. We would call radio stations and harass them to play Kiss albums. We would lay down in traffic for Kiss. And Kiss sold merchandise that we bought all the time. They sold everything from Kiss condoms to Kiss coffins. Literally the spectrum of preventing life all the way to death. That's how much merchandise Kiss sold. That's how into Kiss we were as the Kiss Army. And the thing about the Kiss Army that we all sort of secretly knew inside is that their music sucks. Like, their music's really not that good. They're not good musicians. Their songs are pretty base. Their lyrics are, you could write them in the shower. But the thing about Kiss that compelled us is they told a story and they had a community. And storytelling is what Kiss did best. For one time, when they started, they were playing in dive bars here in New York in front of 20 yawning fans. But tomorrow night, they're playing in front of 20,000 fans at Madison Square Garden to an excited audience. And the difference, the switch for them, was that they told a story. There was, of course, the hopeless romantic star child, who was like the lover guy. They had the cat with 9 lives, 3 of them used up on drug overdoses. There was the demon, and there was the starman, Ace Frehley. And these characters from their own mythology that they created captivated the fans and catapulted them into success. And that is when I realized that the power of storytelling runs so deep, because stories unite us. They give us a sense of community, a sense of tribe. That's what stories do. It was I believe the psychologist Jonathan Haddett who said it best. He said the mind, the human brain, is not a logic processor, it's a story processor. So stories are the way we create connections to human beings. It's our emotions, it's how we remember things. Memories are always stories. And the anthropologist Havari said the only difference between chimpanzees and humans is the glue that holds humans together is the storytelling ability. It's not genes and DNA, it's about storytelling. That's what connects us. We're the only species that can tell stories in the universe. That's our gift. We are all born to tell stories. That's how we connect, we form communities and tribes. And it's no doubt that religions throughout the world have always connected through storytelling. The creation of man on the Sistine Chapel, from Muslims to Jewish religions to all religions of the world, they use allegory and stories to create shared belief systems, community, so that we're not running, ape shit around the planet, because we connect and bond through storytelling. And religions have done that throughout the years. And social and political situations always call for stories. When Abraham Lincoln was standing on the graves of 50,000 dead soldiers in Gettysburg, he didn't talk about facts and figures. He told a story. And the story we all remember. 407 years ago, on this continent in this great nation, our fathers were dedicated to the idea that all men were created equal. He told a story. He didn't talk about numbers and the reasons why. It was storytelling that brought the country together. Martin Luther King, obviously, was a storyteller. He didn't talk about socioeconomic issues when he was giving a big speech. He talked about a vision for the future. He told a story, one in which he wanted his 4 children to one day be judged by not the color of their skin, but the content of their character. That was a story that he told. That's why you remember all these things. It's storytelling. And recently, J.K. Rowling, with the Harry Potter hit series, she unleashed stories on a whole young generation of minds. And those stories were able to talk about diversity and acceptance and sharing and values and good versus evil. She passed these learnings on through her great storytelling. So storytelling, to me, is, as the universe's only storytellers, it's our gift, and we're slowly losing that gift. We don't live in a fake news, post-fact world. You can find anything out online through Wikipedia or Google now. So the fake news thing isn't true, but we are almost living in a post-story world. When you look at your social feed and algorithms that are served up, and you're thinking about what your cousin Vinny had for dinner, or the duck face that your niece made, or some celebrity diet pill, you're in your own echo chamber thinking about your little group, but you're not connecting with other people. We're becoming divided. We're not connecting through the power of storytelling. And storytelling is our great gift. We were all born to tell these stories, and we have to keep that fire alive. So if I came up here and told you about Kiss and my love for Kiss, and I showed you charts and graphs or facts and arguments, you wouldn't really understand it. You would still say their music sucks and why are you so into Kiss? But if I came up and told you a story about a young boy looking for a community and trying to find acceptance because he felt a little different, then you understand why I like Kiss and what Kiss means to me. So that's the power of storytelling, as that example. And I urge everyone here to think about storytelling and think about the stories that you tell, and what are your once upon a times? What are your soulful stories? How do you pass on those stories? How do you create more stories, not just moments in time? So think about storytelling, because we are the only species in the universe that has this ability, and we have to keep the storytelling fire alive. Thanks. The end.